We talk about the public key and private key of the message. So the public key, the plus, and the minus is a private key. It's applied to message and compared to M. So we also understand when the private key get to the of the private key, the of the message actually is the same. So why is the same? So following the directive from the module arithmetic, actually we can see is the M, the E, mod the N, the D. So and the mod N. So you can see the M, the D apply here, the M, E, D, and the mod N. So M the ED, and we can change the DE and the mod N. So the MD and mod N and the E apply here, and the mod N. That's why we can see here the ME mod N equal to the MD mod N. So basically, you see. So why is RSSQ? Is suppose you know the above public key is N and the E the function, and how hard it is to be determined the D. Essentially, the need to find the factor of the N without knowing the two factor P and Q. The factoring a big number is hard. So that's why RSA in practice is a session key. Explanation in RSA is computationally intensive. So DS is at least 100 times faster than RSA. So use the public key crypto to establish a secure connection, then establish the second key. So symmetrical key session key for the encryption data. So that's why the symmetrical session key for the encryption data use the public key, the crypto to establish the secure connection. The session key is a key S, So the Bob and Alice use the RSA exchange the symmetric session key S. Once the both of have key S, they use a symmetric key cryptography. So we use the session key S, and Bob and Alice use the RSA exchange the symmetric session key S. So authentication is a goal. Bob want to Alice prove her identify to him. So protocol apply AP 1.0 Alice adds I'm Alice to Bob. The failure scenario also the do I'm the Alice. In the neighbor, Bob cannot see Alice as Trudy simplify the declared herself to be Alice. That is the comic, right? So authentication, another try. The goal, Bob wants to Alice to prove her identity to him. So protocol AP 2.0, Alice say I'm Alice in an IP packet. In the IP packet, the IP packet containing her source IP address. So include I'm Alice, also include the IP address of Alice, and send to the Bob. The failure scenario. So Alice IP address is from the Trudy. I'm Alice. The Trudy can create a packet spoofing Alice address, but it's spoofing. So it's a packet is a spoofing packet from the Alice address. From the Trudy create, you can see it's create the spoofing the IP address. And the goal The authentication, a third try. The Bob want to Alice prove her identity to him. So protocol, the AP 3.0, Alice say, "Hi, I'm Alice." Alice say, "I'm Alice," and send her secret password to prove it. So I'm Alice, and also the IP address from Alice. And about the IP address include the password to prove it. So central Bob, the scenario is also fairly. The Bob said, "Okay, it's from this IP address." The truly still want to hack, so he hacked the Alice IP address and want to transfer to the Bob. So the truly send the Alice IP address and Alice password and also send a message, "I'm Alice." Bob also replied, Alice IP address and okay. So play back the attack, truly recalls Alice packet and later applied it back to Bob. So the authentication modified the search try. The goal, the Bob wants Alice to prove her identity to him. The protocol, the AP 3.0, Alice say, "I'm Alice." Alice say, "I'm Alice," and send her encrypted secret password and prove it. So you can see, I'm Alice. Encrypt the password check, also encrypt and the IP address. So the Bob said, "Oh, it's okay," and Alice IP address. Is a failure scenario. The truly still want to hack. So truly, the same mechanism, she get the Alice IP address, also get the encrypted password. "Hi, I'm Alice," said to Bob. And Bob also say, "Okay, Alice IP address." The playback attack still works. The truly recall the Alice packet and later plays to the back to Bob, right? So authentication, the fourth try, the goal, avoid playback attack. So it's no nonce. The number R used only once in a lifetime. The protocol AP 4.0 to prove Alice's life. The Bob sent Alice nonce. Send Alice nonce, the R. So Alice must return R, encrypted with the shared secret key. So I'm Alice, and the Bob return the R. And Alice should be prevent the playback attack. So send the key, Alice and Bob key of apply R of the key. And the Bob know Alice is live, and only Alice know this key to encrypt the nonce. So it must be Alice. So failure drawback. So authentication AP 5.0, AP 4.0 requires share the secret key. Can we authenticate using the public key technique? So we AP 5.0 using the non-nonce public key cryptography. So I'm Alice, the return to R from Bob. Then we use the Alice, the key apply of R, right? and send me your public key, and send the Alice the private key, the R here, right? So Bob completed compute the together the private key from Alice and also the private key from Alice, right here. So the Bob, based on this computing, the private key and public key together are, and also know that only Alice should have this private key, right? It's only Alice have the private key. Then the encrypted to R should be the private key and the public key together R. So authentication, the API 5.0, there is still a man or woman in the middle attack. The truly pose as Alice to Bob and as Bob to Alice. The truly here, I'm Alice, from the message to Alice. Then return, I'm Alice to Bob. And when Bob return to R, and using the truly the private key sent to apply the R, right, the private key. And then send me request from Bob, oh, send me your private key. Then truly block this information. So Alice don't understand. So send the truly private key, right? So Bob computer, oh, is truly private key apply R, and the truly public key is get to R. So authentication truly is from Alice. So truly get this information from Bob, then send the R to Alice. Alice understand all I hear is from R. She think is information is from Bob, but actually it's from Trudy here. So Alice sends his private key or private R, and the same your public key. Alice also send public key of the R and to the Trudy. So Bob send the personal the message to M to Alice, but Trudy recover the private key here. Truly, the truly recovered message is then the public key and private key to get the message. So truly can recover the message M and send M to Alice encrypted with Alice public key, right? We send the Alice public key of the message. Then truly recover the pub message. So M here, the Alice, the private key and public key of M. So she and Bob meet a week later in the person and discuss M, not knowing truly know M. So it's still some problem. So where are the mistakes made here? So we need a digital signature, even we have the public key and the private key. So cryptographic technical and logic analysts to handle writing signature. Sent above digital signed document. So sender Bob digital signed document. He is the document owner creator. So verifiable, non-forgettable receptor Alice can prove to someone like Bob, and no one else, including the Alice, must have a signed document. So the simple digital signature for the message M, the Bob sign M by encrypting with his private key KB and create the sign, the message KB or M. So above the message, dear Alice, how I have missed you. I think of you all the time. Blah blah blah. Bob reply. So when the Bob send the message M here, the Bob private key encrypted, the public key encrypted algorithm here. So we have the Bob private key, the message and the message. Dear Alice, oh, how I have missed you. I think of you all of the time, blah blah blah, and Bob, and using the private key. So it's a digital signature. Suppose Alice received the message M, and with the signature M, and the private key of Bob M. So Alice verify the M sign from Bob, apply the Bob public key. So public key to the private key of Bob and of message. Then we can check the public key and the private key of M and equal to M. If the public key and if the symmetric key key of M and the key of B from Bob is equal to M, whoever sign M must have used Bob private keys. So Alice verify like the Bob sign M, Bob sign M. So no one else sign M. So Bob sign M and actually not M prop. So non-representation Alice take the M and the signature, the key private key of M to come and prove the laptop sign M. So it's a non-representation here. Alice actually take the M. And the signature is the private key of the M to count and prove that Bob sign M. So the message digest. You can see the computation is expensive to public key. Encrypt the long message. The goal, the business easy to compute the digital fingerprint. For example, is apply the hash function, H to M. So it's get a bit size message digest the hash function H over M. So it's a large message here M and the hash function H over M. So hash function properties is like the M to many to 1. So hash function is many to 1 and produce the big size message digester fingerprint, the message like fingerprint. And given the message digest S. And the computation in feasible to find the M such as like X. So you will get the H over M equal to X. And we find the invisible to find the M. So in Internet checksum, the pool crypto hash function. Internet checksum has some property of hash function. Produce the fixed length digest 16-bit sum of the message is many to 1. But given the message with a given the hash function, hash value, it's very easy to find another message with the same hash value. For example, that message here is 1, I love you 1. and here message I love you 9, and little 9, and here is 1. So some message change here, and the 9 above here. So per given the message with given a hash value, it's easy to find the other message with the same hash value. You can see even here ASCII the format is changed from here, from the message. So we calculate the different message, but the identical the checksum. You can see the checksum here. So that's why we need a digital signature and equal to signed message digest. So you can see about send digitally the signed message. So you can see here the large message we send here, and we apply the hash function. You can see the hash function of M, and the digital signature encrypted using the private key, above private key here. So above private key, apply the hash function. The encrypted, the message digest. So digest is become the encrypted message private key, the hash function, and we send to here. So large message pass this encrypted message digest the hash function and apply the private key above, and we pass to send to here. So Alice verify the signature, the integrity of the digitals signed message from here the two paths. One is encrypted message digest. The here is a hash function of M and the private key, the above. And here is a digital signature decrypto. So we apply the above public key, but public key apply the private key equal to the hash function here. So in this case, we get a private key and a public key get together the hash function from the encryptor and the decryptor. From the encryptor and decryptor, we get a hash function. The other case from here is large message M and the hash function M. So we compare the hash function. Is equal? Is it equal? So hash function algorithm actually is MD5 hash function. Why they use the RFC 1321. It computes 128-bit message digest in the 4-step process. It's an arbitrary 128-bit string X. Appears difficult to construct a message M whose MD5 hash equal to the X. So actually the SHA the one is also used. Each US standard is in NIST and FIPS, the public, the 180 the one. So it's a 160-bit message digest. So we can see the authentication, the AP 5.0, like the basic. So we can see Alice, the Trudy and above, in the middle, in the Trudy of the Alice and above. So we call the problem, the Trudy posts as Alice to Bob and as Bob to Alice. And Alice talk about, hi, I'm Alice. And Bob reply, I'm Alice, return and the private key here and send to private key to get the message from Alice. So the send to the send message here. The Bob send the proposal message to M. Then here the crypto, the T, right, is a Trudy, is a private key and public key to get the M. So send to the Alice the public key, and Trudy recover the public key of the Bob, and then to get a message. Then she sent a Bob to meet Wendy in person, discuss MM, not knowing the Trudy know M. So where are the mistakes are made here? So need for certificate the public key motivation. Truly play the pizza prank on Bob. Is truly create an email order. Maybe dear pizza store, please deliver to me and for the public need pizza. Thank you, Bob. Truly sign order with her private key and truly send the order in pizza order. And truly send the pizza store her private key, but say is Bob private key. So pizza store verify the signature, then deliver for the pepperoni pizza to Bob. Bob don't understand, even they like the pepperoni pizza. Okay. So we still have some need the certification, authentication, CA to solve this problem.